Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of the Minecraft Survival Series. So, it doesn't take too long up here at this mob farm before these guys start to build up. And I guess I realized I kind of made a mistake and probably built this at the wrong level. These guys just survive the fall a little bit too often. There's a lot of these guys that end up building up. And I really wouldn't care too much, but eventually this is going to affect the efficiency of our farm. And also, that happens once in a while. If a spider ends up surviving the fall, he can actually just climb right on over those walls. So he doesn't really care. And but yeah, eventually this is going to affect the efficiency of the spawner. The idea is that there's only so many hostile mobs that can spawn in the world at one time. So if they are still alive down here, then they are not spawning up above. Also, we get freaking chickens inside there. Actually, I got flame on my bow, so they end up coming out as cooked chickens when they are in the chest. But one thing I also did is I put some hoppers in here so that I could just load up these shulker boxes just straight away. Actually got some other stuff that kind of ends up filtering through. And yeah, that way I can just break these boxes as they are and just take them home that way. So I do also need to make sure I get this ledge taken care of. I keep worrying that I'm gonna lose my shulker boxes or something like that. So let me get some empty ones in place here, and those will load up auto magically, and we can move on with the story. So I figured I would like some input on what you guys think that I should do about this problem. Do you think that I should move this whole thing down by, like, I don't know, 10 or 15 blocks or so? That way everything will actually die from the fall. The thing about that is that we need to be 128 blocks away from any other spawnable spots. So that's why we're so high up off the ground. If we lower this by, say, 15, 16 blocks, then we would actually put the ground down there at about level 60, would actually come into range for spawning mobs. Now, that could be a problem. It might not be. We might just be able to deal with the inefficiency of this farm. After all, we're already getting more than enough items than we could ever need. I have been collecting all of the redstone and glowstone and stuff. This is all the secondary item drops from the witches that we've actually been collecting, and those are coming out pretty slow. Those are not coming out at a rate that would be sufficient for building on a massive scale with glowstone or anything like that. Obviously, I can go down below and mine for redstone. That's not a big deal. Or I could also go into the nether and hunt down some glowstone and get it that way. But that's just dangerous. I figured it would be cool if I could sit here and farm it. So that got me thinking that I do actually have a witch's hut down there below my farm, like right next to everything. That's one of the reasons why I chose this seed. So we might actually end up building a witch's farm. That's the first time I've ever built a witch. I've never ever built a witch farm. So I'm thinking I might end up building that either way, no matter what we decide what to do with this farm. But yeah, this thing definitely feels incomplete. First of all, I need to get like an item sorting system built onto here, so this will be a little bit more complete. And yeah, I need to figure out whether I want to move this down and just deal with the inefficiency, or also build an AFK spot to stand. That way, then there would be two different places to build. We would need the sorting platform, and then we would also need an AFK spot, which actually could be like up here or all the way up on top or something like that. Then one of the other ideas that I also had was that we could build it out of magma blocks. We could figure out something there as far as that is a new addition to the game that wasn't an available option when that tutorial that I followed to build this farm up here was originally made. So yeah, that's also an option there. So let me know down in the comments section what you guys think I should do. If I should move this thing down, if I should just deal with the inefficiency as it is and go ahead and kill the things as they survive. You know, if I just left it right here as it is, I really don't need to stand here AFK for very long as far as getting enough gunpowder or all these other items that are actually coming out at a consistent rate aren't exactly that necessary on a massive scale. I've got plenty of other bows and bones and arrows. That's ridiculous. I've got a massive hoard of that. So a few gunpowder and I'm pretty much good. I don't need to sit here overnight or anything like that unless I'm trying to get a massive amount of glowstone, which could easily be farmed in other ways. So we need to figure out what to do. So let me know down in the comments section if you think I should move it, if you think I should leave it, if you think I should rebuild it below, or if you think I should rebuild it out of magma blocks. So let me know what you guys think, and I will take that into consideration. But for now, we're going to move on to a couple other things here. Oops. I don't think I had my elytra. Thought I was flying, but I guess I wasn't. So let me get a couple of laps here. Just do a soar around the farm. So one of the things that I thought I would change is this pumpkin farm. It's sort of annoying that I gotta go over here and press the button 2 times every time I want it to harvest. We're getting a fair amount of items out of here, but not too darn many, not on a massive scale. So I think this small build could be made a lot more efficient if I put a timer on it. Okay, so I figure I could squeeze in a clock right about here, and we could probably make room in between here. Gonna have to cut out the little bit of this design part elements, but that's okay. So we need probably one more space, but let's see here. Let's get hoppers facing each other, and from there we go comparators out of the hoppers into solid block. I guess I might change that to a different solid block here some point, but so then redstone, I always remember that because these are like diagonal, so it kind of makes a little bit of a diagonal. So oops, you don't want to do that, and you also don't want to do it like that. So that's how you remember, if it looks right, then it should be diagonal. So we do that. We need a piece of redstone right there, and if we put this block in the middle, and then we'll drop in, I guess let's drop in these 6. We should see this flip back and forth. Nice. So I guess I really haven't planned this out, so I'm gonna, oops. See, that's what happens when you get one piece in there. It's super loud. It's kind of tough to get out even, but I'm going to jump up here and try and figure out how we're going to do this redstone. I actually need to connect these across like this. That way these will all be on one single pulse. So if I put a repeater, I guess we'll put it right there so it's kind of hidden in the middle. Then we'll put that there. This way, this one button press should do both. I was holding shift there at the time. Oh. Okay, I guess I would need to put the repeater there because this is, oops, I would need to put a repeater there because that is timed out to be exactly 1 pulse length. So that way we need there. So let me take it out of there, and I guess, yeah, I guess you can kind of see that up there. I guess what if I just block it off like that, and then we'll put one there for symmetrical sake. Meh, that's not too bad. See how that goes. Yeah, that looks okay. I'm okay with that. So we can use the 1 single button press, but now we need to connect this into all of that. So how are we going to do that? If I just bring a stair step up like that, can I bring this up here? I guess that doesn't, that'll connect there. Does that work? Let's put in a good stack of iron, see if that'll pulse. Oh, I guess we're gonna need to make a bit of a pulse. Wait a second, that is not working. We definitely don't want to do that. That's not gonna help things. Okay, so I decided to kind of cut into the side of here to see if I could take a signal off of this this block right here, and it does seem like this flashes, whenever it pops over onto this side, it only pops it only flashes when it goes to the one side, so it's only half the time. But the thing is, it doesn't actually translate into this one. I think since it's such a short tick, it doesn't actually affect this torch. So that wasn't working there. So then I tried to see if I could take a signal through that block with just a redstone torch, and it looks like that's actually going to work. If that ticks on, again, it only ticks half the time that it moves, but obviously we can change that based on how many items we actually put into here. So then we can take a signal through that, and then onto that one there, I believe, which actually sucks because that's the one that's going to be exposed out the side of the wall. That sucks. I wish there was a better way to do that. But I think that I should be able to take that tick out through this block, or maybe it's through this block. Maybe, oh, okay, maybe that will work as it is. I thought I would have to move this over to here like that, but it looks like it'll work as is right here. Yeah, looks like that's working. So all I gotta do is set this timer to the right length and fill in these sandstone blocks. Definitely want to make this one out of sandstone. That way that'll look proper. I'll fill in these blocks here, and that was sandstone there, and fill that in. That's the one piece that's gonna stick out. That kind of sucks. Actually, I wonder if I could make that. Oh shoot, dang it, now I'm dismantling the damn thing. Just to make this out of there. Whew. Okay, now that out of there, this there, oops, not that. There we go. Now we can fill her in. Yeah, that's sandstone there, that's there. We don't need the switches anymore, so we can take those off. That's okay. We definitely don't. Actually, I'm going to leave that button just for symmetrical sake. And we can take this away. And let's replace this. Okay. That sucks that we got that one piece sticking out right there. I wish there was a better way to do that, but let's get this placed in here. I'm gonna take everything out that I can. So I was thinking about what else I should put in there. If I should put stone in there, because it's basically items that I'm never gonna see again. But I figured I would toss in some iron ingots, just because those are actually farmable with the iron farm. And as ingots, it's actually only like 7 ingots for a stack. So that's actually not too bad. So we'll see how this does. If it's enough growth in between each pulse, or if it's too much time in between each pulse. So I feel like that might be running a little bit too fast. Sometimes there's only anywhere from 2 to 4 pumpkins and melons growing each time. So I think I'm going to go ahead and toss some more in there. I'll probably toss in a whole stack. So I didn't have too much iron left in my base, that or it was buried into a shulker box somewhere. So I'm going to grab some of this iron out of the iron farm, and we'll put another stack of iron ingots, or iron nuggets actually, into the thing. Okay, so oops, I guess I gotta craft a few of these off. So if I drop in another stack, that'll double the amount of time that it takes to to pulse in between each one. So that's fine. We'll see how efficient it is. If it's not efficient enough, I could always build like another row over here and make this one all melons and make this one all pumpkins. So we'll see how efficient it does. As of right now, I don't really care. As long as it's pulsing on its own, that way every time I'm AFK, either over at the XP farm or up at the mob farm, that way it will be pulsing on its own and I don't have to keep doing it. So now that we got that farm all nice and automatic, this one is not very automatic. This one I have to replant manually. There is a way to do these type of farms automatically with villagers. If you trap like a slave villager in there, he will farm stuff, and it's sort of like taking advantage of their breeding mechanics. But the way this farm is, I kind of don't use it very often because it's sort of annoying to replant, partially because of the beacons that I have that are supposed to be a bonus. I actually it's kind of annoying. I actually built in a switch when I built this one in order to turn the beacon off. That way when I'm replanting this area, I can replant without it skipping over a block as I strafe. Well, what I want to do is I want to extend this all so it's all one complete system. One switch will activate everything. So I'm going to go ahead and dig out a tunnel so that I can complete the circuit with just one switch. So I'm going to dig my way over to that side, and then we'll see if we can get them connected. Okay, perfect. I think this is underneath of our collection zone. So let's see where it came up at. Alright, perfect. So this here is our dam. That's our haste beacon. That's our speed beacon. We may have to move a couple of these around because we need jump, and I guess I'm actually going to have to move these beacons down below ground so that they will actually be switchable, you know what I mean? So I'm going to have to move those here once I get the rest of things situated. So where exactly is our switch going to be? Switch will be right there. So if we put that there, then we need one piece of redstone right there, and then it'll come off from this direction and then also this direction. So that's actually perfect. We can even turn that on and we'll build it out in this direction. Actually, let me go ahead and switch this sand to sandstone. Okay, there we go. I hate building redstone on sand because then if you dig out the block underneath of it, then it's going to fall down and you're going to ruin it. Now that we have our signal ending there, we can put a repeater and we'll continue the signal on out this way. Okay, so most of the time I just kind of put down all of the redstone and then I'll come back and put down repeater there and repeater there, and where is it? Right there. Okay, cool. So now we can get rid of that switch, I guess. Well, shoot, I might not have enough redstone to actually make it over here. Actually, good thing I've got some up there in the mob farm. I might have to go use that. So we'll see how much we have. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to go. We're going to need to go grab some. Oh, wow. Exactly enough to get to the beacon. But we're going to have to move that beacon. Okay, check it out. Oops. That's funny how it kind of appears and then disappears. It's a little slow and then it turns black. That's weird. That's pretty weird. So anyway, we'll connect that one. So I guess I kind of wanted to move this switch to right there. There's really no point in having the underground redstone on this one. I don't know exactly why I did that. There's really no point in it. I mean, I guess I'll leave the redstone under there, but yeah, there's really no point in having that So now what I need to do is I need to move these beacons underground so that I can put some pistons above them to turn them off. So give me a second to get that done, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I came all the way up here to the mob farm to grab some of this redstone that we've been farming up here. So now we can fly back on down. Let's wait till the last possible minute. Oh, ooh, that could have hurt. That was a terrible landing, actually. That was awful. So what we're going to do is we're going to put pistons right there. Is that right? So then sandstone goes there, and that'll block off these two. So actually I need to go up and grab some iron. Okay, so now I can reactivate my beacons. So this one is going to be my speed beacon. Oops, actually I need to craft that into ingots. So that's going to be my speed beacon. And this one needs to be the jump boost so that I can turn that off as well, because that one gets kind of annoying when you're farming. And let's turn that one to haste. And you got to jump up from level to level from like each platform, and if you jump 2 blocks each time, then you're more likely to destroy the crops, the farmland and stuff. So that gets pretty darn annoying. So then we got one more. This can be, no, we don't want to do resistance and regeneration. So there we go. Okay, so now we've got all 6 up there at the top. And so we need to put in a repeater down here. This will extend the signal. And then we'll bring this on around over to here. That's not working. Okay, so I guess that obviously didn't work. So let's try something else. That only extends the 1. I don't suppose I could get a signal out with a repeater there. Nah, I didn't think so. So I'll fill that in. I guess let's come back here. So I guess if I put a repeater there and redstone there, then we'll bring it down here, and we'll just connect it to that. There. That should work there. Just break that to cut it off. Yeah, that takes... There we go. So that is good. We'll put sand on there and there. And then we can build up sand here. Cover that on up. We'll cover everything up here with sandstone. That and that. And that can be sand. This needs sandstone. And yeah, I'll just cover up this whole line with sandstone. Okay, I think that looks good. I guess I've got to put in some glass here. I probably should have brought more glass because I kind of want to put it in there in that hole. So let me go grab some more. Okay, so once I get these in, then that is finished. So we've got those 4 beacons on. If we flip this switch, we should get the 2 more. Perfect. And that one should connect as well. Alright. That's awesome. So now we can flip this switch to harvest everything. And then once we're replanting, then we'll have this switch to turn off, and we can do our replanting a lot more efficiently. So, yeah, I would say I'm satisfied with that project. Okay, so once the items just about stop flowing, we'll turn the water off. And then we can turn our speed potion off, or our speed beacon off. So we'll turn that off. That way, once we're replanting everything, we can just walk That way we don't have to keep like walking backwards and coming back and forth, and that gets super annoying. So we should have there we go. Those take a few seconds to expire once you turn the switch off. It's not exactly automatic, but once you do, then we can just go like this. I can just hold down the strafe button, and we can just walk sideways and do our planting. That way I'm not... With the speed beacon, you end up like missing blocks. You end up passing blocks, and it's just a pain. And it ends up being a lot slower that you have to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and it's actually faster without the speed beacon. So now we've got a nice handy dandy switch to turn that guy on and off whenever we're here in the farm. So pretty much the only time that we're ever going to need to turn it off is when we're harvesting here at this farm. So all I really need to do is turn it on and off when I come in and out. I guess we could have it on like this door so that when I'm in here it's off and when I'm out of here it's on, but I think I can do it manually myself. Okay, thank you guys very much for watching this episode. I'm going to go through here and get everything planted. So like I said at the beginning, make sure you leave me some comments and tips and suggestions on what you think I should do with the collection area up there at the mob farm. I know it's not even loaded in over here, but yeah, let me know in the comments section what you think about that, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and let me know what you think down in the comments section. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.